Hey, good morning, back at the land again. I've only got a couple of hours here. Got a few jobs I've got to do at home, and one of them involves taking something from here. So I thought, right, it's a crappy, miserable day. I'll head out here, pick up some timber, do a couple of hours of work, take the stuff home that I need to take home. And give a little pooch a run around because he loves it here. Right, let's get into it. Right, what we need to do is get the first piece of timber in here, and that's going to help me set the height for the rest of the pieces. What I don't want, even though the posts are at a different height at the moment and everything is, you know, out of whack slightly, I don't want to sort of see the timbers coming along and halfway up the next height, just to try and make it as tidy as I can. Right, let's get into this, see what I can do. Oh, this stuff's heavy. So what I did on the way here, went and grabbed some piece of timber for this retaining wall. So I got a mix between 50mm thick and 75, and that should do me nicely. Right, let's go get some screws, get this first one put in. Right, 2 in, 100 more to go. I'll bring you guys back in a few minutes. Okay, that's the situation we have. We've got 2 beams in. A little bit of twist in these beams. I think they've just twisted and warped with the wet, but they'll straighten up with a bit of weight behind them. Right, what I'm going to do now, from about here, we'll cut a big chamfer. Then put the next beam on top, got another chamfer in that, and then that'll most probably be it, 3 high as we see now. Yeah, most probably a log on top, sort of sitting along here, and then once that's done, we can get in underneath here, fill that in. Shut up, Bailey. Oh, he's an attention seeker, aren't you? But before we fill that section in, I'll get some of these beams in, and that'll help me again set the height. Right, let's get the Charlie chainsaw going. Bloody heavy, these pieces of timber, soaking wet. Absolutely soaking wet they are. But that's what they had in the shop, and I gotta get this done. Not laying down on a job, please, come on. Well, I think it's safe to say my little tripod's just about had it. One of those Joby flexible stands, and the legs keep giving way now. Right, let's get this piece in and I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Right, we've got another huge rainstorm blowing in. Just seen it on the radar, so I'm going to pack up and get out of here. That's where I've got to. So we got 3 boards on the bottom, a couple on the side, one of the lower ones. I need to get a few more boards, another 3 here. And I've got enough for over that side with the thinner stuff. And we will have this section completed. All I've got to do is when I come back, is these posts here, the coach bolts. Got to drill a hole through and bolt them in place. And then once that's done, we'll make a decision as to whether I do carry on with another 2 section of retaining wall. I'm really not sure at this stage. That auger that I showed last week, I had a little bit of damage to it. That's actually ended up with me buying a new auger, complete auger. It's going to cost me almost as much to have the, I think they're called sockets, have the sockets removed and welded back in, as what it cost to get a new auger. So I went with a new auger. Pretty expensive, and I'm going to have to make my mind up as to whether I need to continue this retaining wall or not. When you're looking from this side, you can see two tyre tracks. If I don't bring the retaining wall out to about this star picket, which will be 1 complete section, I'm really missing out on a lot of that I've created there, that extra space. So we'll have a think about that once I come back next time.